All right, so I get asked a lot, how do I do my hair for Jiu-Jitsu especially? This works for Krav too, but with Jiu-Jitsu rolling around, if you have long hair, you know it gets trapped places. So I literally taught myself how to do this on YouTube. Hopefully my relay of knowledge is good enough. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do some French braids. So I start with parting my hair down the middle. All you need for this, by the way, is 2 scrunchies. So I'm gonna tie half of it off just to keep it out of the way. I'm assuming you know how to do a braid, because if you're a girl and you're watching this, you should know how to do a braid. If you don't, talk to me and I'll do another video. So I'm gonna start with a small section of hair right here, right where the part is, and we're just gonna start a normal braid. So 3 sections and braid. The trick to this is I wanna keep everything tight and really close to my scalp. So I pull it tight, start the braid. Now French braid, all I'm gonna do is add a section each time I loop my hair underneath. So I grab a little section, I take it underneath, pull everything nice and tight. Again, I go underneath, I just grab a little section, I pull it underneath. My hair is super curly, by the way, so this will be easier with straight hair or even wavy hair. So I'm just gonna continue going, adding a section, pulling it super tight close to the scalp, boom. Probably should have straightened my hair to show you guys this, but if I can do it with my crazy mess of hair, you guys should be able to do it. So just adding a section each time, just like a regular braid, but before I go underneath, I'm gonna capture just a little section to add to it. And that's how you get this French braid effect. So I'm gonna keep going. Again, I have a ton of hair and it's really thick, so if you have straight hair, wavy hair, not super thick hair, this will be even easier. I keep going. So I'm a little further behind the ear. You don't have to go quite this far. We have 2 options. First, I can take the rest of the hair, and I actually prefer this method for Jiu-Jitsu because it keeps everything nice and out of the way. So I'm just gonna twist it all the way around. I will take my scrunchie once I'm done throwing it around and loop it over a couple times, and boom. Have this kind of vaguely Ronda Rousey-esque cute little bun thing going on. The other option is just to continue braiding it out and to do a longer braid, which is great for Krav. So back to where I was. I'm just gonna continue French braiding. Once I'm done adding strands, it'll just turn into a regular braid. And like I said, I like bunning it under the ear for Jiu-Jitsu because that keeps everything out of the way. If I'm getting choked, my hair's out of the way. I don't have to worry about it getting stepped on and yanked out of my head. So boom, that's it. Finished adding it. I just finished my braid like normal. Right here. So the other option, undo all this. And this one's a little bit quicker. I use this primarily for Krav. It works for Jiu-Jitsu in a pinch, but depending on how tightly you manage to secure your hair, it still may come loose. So second option is I can do a French braid just across the top to keep everything out of my face. So you're going to part your hair deep into the side, just for the purpose of styling. So same thing, I'm gonna start with a small section right at the front here, and I'm gonna start my braid. Just 3 sections here. Pull it nice and tight. And I'm gonna take a small section and add it underneath. Boom, boom. So for the purpose of what we're doing here, I'm gonna keep everything again super tight to the head, but as I capture each section, I'm also going to pull it at an angle so that when I finish, this French braid is going to basically look like part of a headband across my head. So all of my little sections of hair, all those annoying strands that come loose and blind you in the middle of your tombstone pad work, right here. So for me, this is about the end of where those annoying tiny little almost bangs end. So from here, I'm just gonna gather everything else up, grab one scrunchie, and you can just top knot it like this. But now everything's in nice and tight, and jumping around, moving around, it will stay as it's supposed to. So you can kind of play with that a little bit, but those are just some ideas. I use the French braid pigtails a lot with Jiu-Jitsu, especially if I know I'm going to be rolling a lot, because that way I will lose a minimal amount of hair.